Hello, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. I was tagged in a challenge. It's the Give a Scrap challenge hosted by the Traveling Crafter. I was tagged by Pam at Pam Vanny. So I am going to try and use up some scraps. I will put the hashtag obviously in the title, and then the name of the host and everything, so you can go and look for that. And then also I will add Pam Vanny's down in my description box. And I think I'm supposed to tag someone else. And so I plan to tag Janie at the Crafting Bookworm. So I will also have her information down in my description box. What I'm doing right now, and you guys maybe can help me out on this, I'm trying to re-ink my ground espresso, Distress Oxide. I have the, re-inker, and I've done it several times, not today, not all at once, but over time. I've probably used it maybe 4 times. And I don't have a lot of luck with it. I don't know if I'm doing it right. So I don't know if any of you guys have done it. Generally what I do, I shake it up real good because it does separate. If you've not had the Distress Oxide before, the re-inker, you shake it up real good. And then I go over the whole thing. And then there's like a puddle on it. And then generally I sit here and I just try and work it in and work it in and work it in with something. And it takes a while. This time, I put it on there, and then I went into town and bought groceries and came back. And when I came back, there was still a puddle on top. I was gone for probably 2 hours at least. So then I'm sitting there with one of these little card things, and I've been trying to work it in. So you guys will have to let me know if there's some way that you know that is better. And I'm going to try and use what I can off of this as well. I'll go ahead and close that up. So scraps. I'm working on this grungy journal, and normally I do things a little more clean. I'm not gonna say I don't tear and all that kind of stuff and have stuff kind of hanging out all over the place, but mine's a little bit more clean. It's not real grungy, so I'm really trying to do grungy. So kind of the perfect time to do this challenge. Now I will shut up and actually do something. I did one scrapbook page, a scrapbook paper page in each of my signatures. So I have the torn off bits, and I thought I would do some pockets. And so, let's see, I'm gonna put out the different ones that I have. Get this out of the way. See which maybe the color goes best with whatever I'm choosing. Maybe, this is a real plain page, so maybe I would do something on it. Okay, so I'll do something on this page, and some of this yellowish is gonna be showing. There's a little bit of that kind of right in here, so maybe I'll do this. I also have all of these scraps from when I was tearing the edges of the papers to put into the signatures. And I thought maybe I would take one of them, let's see, and add just a layer at the top. Let me see here. I'm trying to find, I don't know. Yeah, this one. I'm thinking maybe this one. It's not going to be very obvious, but just to reinforce it a little bit. That's what I was thinking to do. And I'm going to tear it there because there's a big chunk out of it. So put that off to the side, and we're going to mark it. I haven't been working, you know, like this stage of a journal for a little while, so I don't have anything out. My pencil. Okay, so let me mark that. Get my paper cutter real quick. Hopefully you guys are in camera. No, I'm just cutting the page. It's not anything crazy important. Maybe isn't as wide as what I was hoping, but I was trying to go with the width of this as well. All right, so let's ink it. It should be nice and inky right now because of just re-inking. It was pretty dry. Let's see if I can get any more off of there. You're like, Stephanie, let it go. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna set that up there. I did get up and make sure that I'm actually recording. And one of the things I kind of like to do when I'm working in something that's a little bit more grungy is to use 2 inks instead of 1. And I'm sure that is nothing new to anybody. So I have some black back here. I think it's soot, something soot. I don't know. You can't see the name of it anymore. Black soot, I think is what it says. So just darkens it up a little bit. Almost looks a little burnt, doesn't it? Which is cool. And then I'm going to just put a little bit of glue to put them together. Let's see. And then, get this out of the way for a second. I also have, so I was thinking to use more scraps to just kind of build a little something up down here. Go around this one with the black one. I'm not going to glue it down yet because I'm just not sure. So some of the old computer paper has this little edging on it. Actually, the numbers would be cool. So I'm going to do the numbers. Kind of just tear it a little bit so it still looks torn. Let's ink it. It could go off too. It doesn't have to be on the pocket, right? That'd be kind of nice to come off the pocket a little ways. And then I have a little word. I don't know what I'm going to put in it yet. Okay. That's good. Let's go ahead and glue. We went to Costco to get some groceries. We were so low on groceries. Costco's not my favorite place to go. It's always so crazy. You guys know that. I'm sure it is where you live too. And so I tend to not want to do that. I just go to our little local grocery store. I live in a small town, so it's never too busy at all. And it's just my husband and I, so we don't buy real large quantities of food in general. I generally buy, you know, a few days worth of fresh food and then have to go and get more. I'm wondering if I should put like a little scrap underneath. There was something floating around. I'm gonna have to dirty it up real good. I don't know if it's big enough. It's not real big, but that's okay. I was thinking about using, let's see, something. I've got stuff kind of everywhere. I've got more scraps down here on the floor next to me, so bear with me. Let's see. I have, thinking maybe that's too busy. I'm thinking just like this. And I've got a couple of my paper punches to just kind of add. I think we'll just ink it with black. Anyway, we bought a whole bunch of groceries. What I tend to buy at Costco is the frozen vegetables and bags of chicken and frozen ones. And then I don't have to go back. And of course the toilet paper. I don't know for sure, but so I have this smaller one as well. And I'm wondering, wondering if I want to do one that's coming off of it. But I've been trying really hard not to eat sugar because, as I've said, I am a sugar fiend. And you guys, I've been doing really well. It's been, I don't know. I mean, this is going to sound really silly to you guys, but I think it's been like, I don't know, 10 days or something like that. That's really good for me. Okay, there's a lot of scraps that I used, and I'm gonna just Fabri-Tac this down. It's not as big as I was maybe hoping for, this little scrap, but it is still using a scrap, right? So that's good. I have, oh no, that's not what I was thinking. Oh, here's some. I have this. I could also put down. Just keep loading it up, Stephanie. That'd be great. And maybe I'll put this down with Fabri-Tac. My hot glue gun is not on right now, so that probably would have been good to do, but anyway, so we bought some stuff. And now we can eat again because it was getting low. Oh, but so the sweets, yum, you know, they have so many things to tempt you there, and generally, I mean, always I give in and I buy something delicious that I then sit and eat until it's gone. I'm not a put it away and have one. I'm a go back and get another one kind of a person. And I bought nothing, no sweets. All right, get the lid on there before it goes everywhere. All right, gonna add stitching to this, but I'll do that whatever we come up with, I'll do that all at once. So let's just put this one aside for right now and see about another one. Let's see. Some of the signatures have like little side pockets that I've added here and there already. I don't know if anything I have will necessarily go with the blue. No, I don't like any of it with the blue. Just thinking. I could do just right on the front. No, I was thinking to do, maybe I'll do a belly band. Does any of them work for a belly band? I kind of like that one. This one kind of, it blends better. This one stands out more, but it kind of goes with this page a little bit, I think. So let's make a mark. And it's going to be kind of thin. I could always layer it. That's terrible. What am I thinking? I don't know if I have anything to, I don't know. What do you think, you guys? I don't know. I have this. What do you think? This is, I said it, I think in the last video I did, this is really heavy cardstock. Let's see, I need to pull just a little bit of that off. Let's ink it. And I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it. It doesn't like, it's not the same length, but I'm okay with that because I think maybe I'll add some stitching or something. Yeah, okay. I'm going to mark it so that I don't put glue there, and then I'm going to glue it down and then tear the other side. So one of the things that I am trying to tell myself when I'm making a journal is to use my scraps. Don't put them away. Let's see if I can kind of get this down and then move it. more scraps. Just put a little bit on the edge. And again, I'm not thinking that I'll glue it down yet because I want to add some stitching. I have another paper punch that I thought I'd use. I've never used this. I found it at a thrift store. I'm looking at what I have down here to see what I might like to use. I'm thinking black. I've got more of this. I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and use this on top. Maybe. Let's see. So I don't even know if I've checked to see if it cuts well. You know how sometimes you buy them and they don't work? Like you buy them used and they don't work. That's so frustrating. I've done that more than once. Like thrifted them. Oh, it works. That'd be fun little, that would be fun to leave in a pocket also. All right. It's kind of pointless to ink around this because it's already dark, but here I am doing it anyway. This was a scrap from who knows when and who knows what. Maybe I'll do just, you know, something like that. I can add a number somewhere, maybe. Well, I have some bigger things also. That's kind of good. All right. All right, let's do that. I'll ink around this one. These are labels that are either freebies from Pink Monarch Print or purchased. I think it's both, but I don't really totally remember for sure. All right, so let's glue this stuff down. I like it in the middle. So are you guys all having beautiful weather? I cannot believe our spring has been as nice as it has been. It's been sunny and warm and, you know, the appropriate amount of rain, not constant rain or anything like that. However, there have been fires already. And maybe there always is at this time of year, but for some reason the Firewatch app on my phone is working really well right now, and it's just telling me about all of them. Sometimes it doesn't do anything. All right, so I'm going to move this one off to the side. Let's see, ooh, that one needs something, doesn't it? Or maybe the other side, since this has, that's going to be, I'm not sure, probably a pocket. So let's see. That one's already got something there. That's already got something. Maybe here. But what? I have this one that has keys on it, which I like. I'm wondering if I like it with mostly keys or if I like the dark. I think I like the dark because of the dark here. So I'm going to tear it right in here. Could actually do this and do two pockets. Again, thin, so I can back it with a little bit of something else. So if it tears, it's only tearing to a certain point. I didn't kind of get it straight for the layering of it. Or I'm just being fussy, I don't know. Let's ink. We'll just do, no, I need to do dark. So since these are fairly thin, thin paper to make a pocket out of, the things that I put in the pockets, I will make sure are thin so that they don't tear it or, make it really hard to poke in. I have no idea what I'm gonna put in the pockets at this point. That doesn't need to be inked. And I think I'm gonna put just a little bit of brown on it too. All right, just put some glue on it. We'll just cut that off. Okay. What to put on it? I have some keys. Okay. Let's see. This is a scrap. So hey, look, we're doing good. Keys. I have a whole thing of keys. Let me get up here for just a second. I could stitch a key to it. I was also thinking a flower from some of the scraps. This part has quite a bit of color to it. Let's see. But maybe I don't want it to. Maybe I do want it to. So, I mean, if I do one, I may not do the other just because of the size. I could have it coming off the flower. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times when I try to use my flower punches, I feel like it doesn't look like a flower once I've got it punched out. And I don't know if it's the patterned paper that makes my eye not see a flower. was thinking lace, but I've got that there. Like in the center, to just kind of be a little, but I didn't want it to have straight lines on it. Let's see, what else do I have? I have all sorts of little pieces here and there. Let's see. Maybe if I ink it with some vintage photo, it'll show up a little bit more. Because, you know, I don't want it to be the same color. I don't know if I can tear it. Nope. So I'll cut it and then make it, like, try to mess with it a little bit. Like in the center there. And then it just totally hides it. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be good at all. Let me grab a vintage photo. Let's see. I think I have one. This is a Distress ink one. This may not work at all. And I have another thought. I'm just going to poke it in there. It's pretty dry. Yeah, it's not picking any of it up. Let's see. I have these old Brads. Isn't this the coolest thing? Brad washers. I found these at a yard sale once, and the container is just so cool. I love that thing. I don't know if it's going to go through because of the lace. Yeah, I thought it was getting caught on it. It's not even in the center. What center, you ask? I don't really know if there is a center. Let's see. It's pretty bad, I think. I don't know, you guys. These are really long, so I almost always have to cut them down. I have to get it flattened. You guys are being so patient with me. Appreciate that. Let's see. I'm going to use this so I don't gouge up my board. I'll gouge up this Dollar Tree board instead. I'm trying to flatten my brad. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know. It's not terrible, but it's not great. And I would layer it, but I don't have another of the right flower to layer it with. Maybe it needs some torn paper behind it. Or something like that. My strips are really thin, and so it's kind of hard to tear something that's already torn. I don't know. Let's see. It does kind of add something. Maybe I need just a bigger piece. That helps pop it off, right? Still not sure about the key. I mean, it's fine. Let me see if this is timing me. I'm at, oh my goodness, 37 minutes. That's ridiculous, Stephanie. All right, I'm gonna have that hanging off a little bit. That there, and that there. I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to do some sewing on each of the 3 things that we have made so far, and then I'll show you how it looks. Let's get this finished up. I stitched the key down in 2 places so it stays to the side, and then I stitched around. I added a little bit of thread here. So one of my subbies, and then she also has a YouTube channel. Her name is Jen, and I don't know if she's still doing videos. She took a break for a while, but I think it's What Jen Wren Scraps, but it's been so long since she quit making videos that I haven't checked back. So it's hard for me to remember if it was her or not. I will link her channel. She said, when you're doing grungy, do some little bits of thread. And so I did that on everything. And you'll see on one, I kind of overdid it, but you know, more of a good thing is more. I'm not quite sure, but thank you for that reminder. I told her I had fully intended to do that when I was making my journal pages, and then I forgot, totally forgot. In this one, I'm putting just some thin little pieces of paper. They're left over from another journal that I did, so that was nice. So I'll just put those in there. Sideways, I think that one's sticking out just a little bit. I just don't want them to hit the glue and get stuck. Okay, so there's our first scrappy thing. And then let me grab another. Put that off to the side. The next thing, the belly band. So I did it again. I did it on all of them. I did all of it. But what I did too much because look, this was not well planned out. But that's okay. I made this journaling card to go in it. A little tab on the side. I put a little grommet there. Used more of the scraps on here. So let's not sew it down, glue it down. And we're just going to put the glue up on this little area, both of them. It looks straight, I think. And then we'll just kind of curve it a little bit so it's easier to go in there. But it's pretty thin. I just did music paper and I backed it onto a piece of scrap digital that I didn't use in a previous journal. So then that just pokes inside there, and you can leave it so that she's peeking out, or you can poke it all the way in. So there's that one. All scraps except for the little things that I made from scraps. And then the final one was our pocket. I'm trying to keep my signatures together. I haven't made a cover. So this one I did again that, and I just, sewed around it. And I sewed into the butterfly. It seems to not want to stick down to that paper real well. I don't absolutely have to, but I'm afraid that's going to get caught on something if I don't put some glue on it. All right, and then I very simply made a tag. It's rather thin, again, because this is thin scrapbook paper. I just stamped butterflies on it, did some stitching, and one of those large grommets, and it just slides down in there. A little jute, is that what it's called, up at the top? So there we go. Those are my 3 things, and it didn't have to be 3. I just did 3 because the video was getting really long. Thank you, Pam, for tagging me. Thank you for, I lost my, if you're still here, I lost my, the Traveling Crafter. Thank you for the challenge, and go and check everybody out. I hope I remember everybody I mentioned. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.